try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands. Deep up in them trenches. It's no different. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, they make a profit on top.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have... Opted for the touchback.
Swim.
Mike, let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Let's go. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, this defense for the Cardinals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now it's Stafford. Dancing to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep the season series if they can get the victory in Glendale. Now a first carry for their fullback. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
26, Mike. Omaha. 26, Mike. All you get is a headache. 26, Mike. I got him. Buzz.
Now Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Watch the run.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Make these babies cry all the way back home. 40 got. These babies cry all the way back home. Mike 9. Yeah. Mike 9. Hey, we got a seal. Middle.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Mike 9.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Rocky started throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
4th down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. This from 44 yards away. Gay's kick is good, and the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that. That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here I come. Here I come again. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. I'm coming for you. You mine. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. And let's get this.
To throw, it's Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, so much for a little 5-yard pass play to your tight end. They made him a deep ball threat there, and it worked out.
Times have changed, haven't they? Those used to be plays that we would clip and save because you didn't see it very often. Big tight end, deep downfield catching a pass. Now it's almost standard. That's a big part of everyone's offense. Get it to those guys because they're not just tight ends anymore. They're athletes.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
58, boys, 58, 58, 50, 50. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want 70. To learn. Check 24,
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford on the move to his left. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks, and you give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, but now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage, again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 7. Mike 9. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike 9. Mike 9. Bang L. Bang L. Bang L. Watch QB draw.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
Mike 53. Mike. Hey. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey. 53. Check 53. I got you, punk. Check. 53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike. Watch the screen. Pass.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Big Ace. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get it.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The Cardinals at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Just beating the play clock. Stafford buying time to his left. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, Stafford here. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
Now the try here for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Stafford. Throw. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. In motion, the tight end. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray escaping the pressure right. He'll dump this one off to Connor. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side. And he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Big Ace open, Big Ace open. 45's the mic. Watch the run.
Murray going to throw. Flushed out right.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. Come off the ball hard. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
To throw is Murray. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cards are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Able to get this one to McBride. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Flush to his right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Moore, the man in motion.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Quit talking about it and bring it. 45's the mic.
Bunch.
Big series right here, so we got to step it up. 45. Mike, 45. Good. Watch the twist. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Check the outs.
Murray now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
26 Mike. Big Ace. Watch twist. 26 Mike. Let's go. 26 Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. 26.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 28 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after here coming up. And the route is on here in this first half. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here we go. Who you got? Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
I got you. 45's the mic. It's our time.
Shotgun now from Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. In motion left comes Brown. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. Murray now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Brown. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Moore, the man in motion.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there. That's one. 45.
1st down, Murray. Forced out to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before the break. Stafford being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. We got a seal. 59. Pick up the ball. Mike 9. Mike 9. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Mike 7. Check 25. Check 25.
Stafford.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Stafford. Flushed out right.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. 36, 36. Big 20.
To the air again, Stafford eluding the pressure right.
We're going to shut you down.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, we got a 21. We got a seal. It's going to be a
Stafford
It's going to be a long day.
steps away to his left.
We're going to shut you down. Shut you down.
And now here is another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game, because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Left, left, left. Watch left, left, left. Better free.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A give to the fullback on the dive. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Get him. Get him. Slam, slam. Easy.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 27 yards. And the Cardinals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Going right back to Akers. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Flush to his right. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. From the gun, here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Stafford dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Cardinals force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Murray giving to Connor on the draw. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Here we go.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Omaha. Check, 45's the Mike. Check, 45's the Mike. And I'm coming out.
Murray now to throw. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They run behind center with Connor. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Wide.
Get wide. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Play fake. Murray. Buying time to his left. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the gun, Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Stafford. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense can very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Connor up the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Hey.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Stay with your man. Nice the mic. Nice the mic. Group right. Middle.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Flushed out right.
We're going to shut you down.
That'll be caught by Cup. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On 1st down at Stafford. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Mike 9. Mike 9. Bang L. Bang L. Bang L. Hey, come on, O. Come on, O.
Stay 50, stay 50.
Again at Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 41. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Check. 53's Mike. No gain on this defense. No gain.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Cards, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for L.A., they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.